This is our first time to do a joint talk, and I'm Ming Hon, and we have here tonight Lily.
Hi.
Hello, guys. Happy to see you. And today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, and the topic is 5 tips every new trader should know to succeed in trading. And whether you are a new trader or an aspiring trader or someone who thinks that you actually want to get into the stock market to trade to generate income, this is a good venue for you because we are going to share with you basically 5 very important things for people who want to start to trade. And this will basically give them a good idea of how they should start it right, and if they start it right, we feel that they would chances that they are succeed in this trading the stock market is actually much higher. The roadblocks or the problems which they face during the journey in trading would be lesser, and of course if that happens, then you would be driven more to succeed in this. Yeah. Lily, you want to add on anything to that?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think as in any kind of journey, not just investing, I think it's always very important to start right on the right footing. So all the more to me, I feel that for investing, right, because you're talking about playing with your own money, you're investing your own money. So if you start on the right footing, I think it really helps you, give you the confidence to to even venture even further. Because if you start on the wrong footing, sometimes fear and panic will set you back, and sometimes you wonder, have I taken the right step, or maybe I shouldn't even start in the first place. Yeah, so I think you're right, to start the right footing. Yeah.
Yes, and who are we? I mean, as I said, I'm Ming Hon, and I am an accountant by profession, and I am very passionate about trading, and that's why I'm here today to share with you my experience about trading, and I help busy professionals to actually learn about trading and to help them generate an income through trading and focusing on options trading. My core is actually doing options trading. And Lily, maybe you can also introduce.
Yeah, hi. Ming Hong is actually accountant by training, but I was actually HR. I was HR until the beginning of this year. Actually, it was more like in a public listed company, in a hotel brand, luxury brand. But like and the COVID-19 situation does not spare, especially the hospitality industry, right? So we are not spared. Even with government funding, I know we were badly affected, and we actually had to retrench nearly 50% of our workforce. And me here is actually one of the affected person. Yeah, but then the thing is that it's okay, because sometimes when you have actually started your investing journey, early in life, you have some kind of so-called things that you can fall back on. So I'm someone like that, who actually, after I leave the corporate world, I could actually kind of like retire comfortably. But because I like investment, and I like to have this opportunity to make money, right? So that's why I like Ming Hong is actually into option trading, and when I started seriously doing it, and not just this year, actually for a while already, but no, but for the past many months, very serious into it. I am really really blessed, because I have been making, I would say, profit every month. So here I am, taking it seriously. And like Ming Hong, I'm also wanting to teach anybody who is really really keen to learn. Of course, I have my own system, how to profit from the option trading as well.
Great to hear that, Lily. And okay, before we start, if there are our audience here, we want more people to actually get to know about this. And if you know anybody who is into this, maybe you can share. our video so that more people can actually view this, and that will benefit them and your friends of also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and Lily, the when we trade options, right? I mean, when we do trading, what is the number one thing that you would say to a new trader? I mean, about getting started to trade on options, in order for them to actually take this up and succeed quickly in this field.
Okay. Before I answer the question, maybe I want to thank Ming Hong for coordinating this traders talk, because even two of us are into option trading. But I think it's good that sometimes you come together and share our knowledge and share with the world. Yeah. So thank you, Ming Hong, for coordinating
Yes, yes,
this as
yes.
well.
That's no
So okay,
problem.
on to your questions. Like I mentioned, I think even at the very so-called the intro that you mentioned, right? I think starting off well is very, very important. But what does it mean by start off well? To start off well, I think that it is, you cannot escape education. That's how I feel. You must invest in training. It's just like, let's say, if I want to drive a car, right? When I first wanted to drive a car, I cannot just say, okay, I go and learn online course and see how do I drive. I don't. I pay quite a lot of money, to learn driving. So the learning from a professional is really, really important. Once you learn it right, you know the skills, you know how to maneuver this and that, you know when to stop, when to go, when to accelerate, when to pull back. I think that's really, very important. So to me, education is very, very important. Do not stinge on education. You really need to pay to be educated well, and your journey will be okay. That's my take, Ming Hong.
Yeah, well said, Lily. I mean, a lot of people can really get into accident if they don't start this off well. It's like Lily said, if you want to drive, make sure you have a license, you learn, and then the purpose for that is so that you don't get into an accident. Same as trading, the accidents would be losses, massive losses. Especially if you're talking about options, this is something which you need to learn, to understand, and before you actually start to actually do it. In fact, I mean, even for myself, I was one of the people who tried to stinge on this by trying to actually learn trading through YouTube. And of course, YouTube, you can actually have a lot of information in there, and they are free. I mean, you can go in and you can learn a lot of things, in fact. But of course, some of the things is that those videos and whatnot, which is actually shown in YouTube, is only part of the picture. And of course, in order for you to actually understand more, you need to actually go behind and have a proper coaching and training for you to actually know the full picture, so that you can actually do it properly. I mean, for me, after I did the YouTube, I started to trade, and yeah, I made some money, but the problem is that I can't be consistent. After a while, I make, then I lose. But after some time, I felt that, well, this is not the way to go, and I started to actually look up for coaches who can actually train and mentor me to do it, and from there, basically, I achieved the consistency in trading, and the profit started to come, and of course, after that, you can improve more information through other avenues like the online channels and whatnot. That is actually to improve your knowledge and your skills further. Yeah, so get the basic. After the basic, then you can actually improve it through talking to other traders, looking at their videos or their other trainings. Yeah, so that is my
Perhaps,
take.
yeah. Perhaps I can, share a quote by Warren Buffett. He says, "The best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn." And I think that is very apt for option trading. Yeah. So
Yes, yes,
maybe,
yes.
Ming Hong, I can ask you a second questions. Yeah.
Sure.
Um, the second questions that I have here is, what would you say to a new trader who is nervous about getting started with option trading?
Um, I mean, once you once you actually go through a formal training, Okay, and of course, because it involves money, and the best advice that I have is to actually get yourself mentally ready, and to do that you can actually trade on a demo account. Okay, and and of course, when you trade on a demo account, basically this is mainly to familiarize yourself to the technicals of putting in orders, how you put an entry, how you exit a trade, just to do that. And of course, once you are familiarized with that, you need to actually move on quickly to doing live and real trade. You may start to do simple trades with smaller smaller costs, so that you actually get familiarized with it. Yeah, that basically is what I would actually advise traders. Don't be nervous. You need to actually go through the process. Yeah.
I totally agree with you, Ming Hong. I mean, especially for new traders, right? Because you want to be careful. You want to be safe as well, because you're talking about live money, your own money, right? Real money. So you can start on demo account. But to me is that do not spend too long on demo account. You can spend at most, I feel, 1 month. Because when you're on demo account, sometimes you just play, those
No,
never
no,
mind.
no feel, no feel. I mean, you
Yeah,
you
no
you
feel.
lose
You just
lose
like,
money also.
just
You
never
there's no
mind.
feel.
It's okay
You
lah.
win,
Just
you
paper
win
only.
also no
Then at least
feel.
I'll just try again. I will just try again, until when you want to go live, it's like, oh my gosh, panic. And the things that when you're playing around, you don't if you don't take it seriously, what you've learned, you may have forgotten. So when you start to do live, it can be quite dangerous. So, like I said, when you're doing demo, be very serious about it, and max go with just 1 month on demo. That's my take. And then after go live, for myself, once I learned, I straight away went live rate, because I feel that with live money, sometimes when you trade, you really put on your thinking cap.
Really, you
You
want to get excitement.
I don't know. I'm like that. Normally, I learn
Quickly,
something, I straight away go into
quickly put
practice.
into practice.
Yeah,
That's
because
the HR methodology. Is it? You
I don't
get
know.
trained,
I think it's my
you implement.
methodology.
Uh,
No, I think it's methodology. Usually when
uh,
I learn something straight away, because when I learn something, I really focused. So straight away after that, I will memorize how to do certain things. Let's not talk about trading or certain could be certain things that I memorized. After that, I will straight try to remember and try to practice straight away. Then after a while, I remember, and so with option trading as well. Once I learned, I straight away go into practice, so that you can remember straight away what you learn. And because when you learn something, the retention at that moment is very, very high. But once you let it lapse, it will slowly go away. So that's how I feel. It's really, really important to go live. Don't trade on paper account for too long. Otherwise, you may just lose your touch, and you may not even dare to go on. Yeah.
yes, and number two tips is don't rush, but do practice before you actually do
Correct.
the live trade. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here we go. The third tip. The third tip is here.
So I ask
uh,
you.
yeah. No,
Okay.
this I can, Lily, you can give me the three reasons the new trader should, what the top three reasons a new trader should
Okay.
get started with options. Why do they need to start with this?
Okay. Okay, for me is that I'm not too sure how many of you are employed, full-time employed, or how many of you have actually recently lost your main source of income. I don't want to say loss of job, because when you lost a job, sometimes you can get it. But we may lost a source of income. Sometimes it could be that you're in a business, you could be running a self-entrepreneur kind of things that's badly affected by the current situation. So uh, the current situation has, I think, woken up a lot of people that, hey, I should not be so contented be where I am. So I feel that option trading, to me at least, it can be a side hustle for you. And so while if you are employed now, it is even better still, because you can have income that's coming in, and then while you do the trading on the side. Then once you master the skill, you can slowly pump in more money to even master that skill and slowly grow that account up. Yeah. And importantly is that you how long will this pandemic be here, and how long will it stay? So even let's say if the pandemic goes away, let's say really clears and everybody's back to pre-COVID days, would you seriously think it will happen that all the jobs will be back to pre-COVID days? Very, very unlikely, because a lot of us are so used to working from home. A lot of companies, some companies, like I thought I remember hearing that Facebook people, they're saying that they will all work from home, you know. So the things, if a lot of companies allow their staff to work from home, no, things would have changed. Yeah. So going forward, you also have to think, will your job be replaced not by COVID-19 but by AI? There's a lot of artificial intelligence with, especially with COVID-19. This has really speeded up technology. So the thing is that, think about it, will your job be replaced by AI? Even if your job is not replaced by AI, let's say 20 years down the road, do you still think that your employers will want to keep you in a job? Would you still be working there? And what if you really need that main source of income and you don't have anything else to face, to depend on? So that's how I feel that it's even very, very important. If you're not starting on option trading, start on something else is okay. But think of it seriously as a side hustle, something to, let you get on. Yeah. So over to you,
Yeah,
Mei Hong.
yeah, I think Lily, what you said is actually quite right. I mean, basically, a lot of people actually start to do things as a second income source for them, and especially it's best to actually do it at the time where you don't need it. Okay, because
Yes.
when you need it, it is already too late. Yeah, like nowadays, when for the past 1.5 year, we see that a lot of people, like you said, during the pandemic lose their job. And can you imagine if basically you have a family of five, and either one or even two of the parents lose their job? What will happen? I mean, what will happen to the things that you are paying for your house, your car, your children's education? What will happen to that? I mean, basically, if you are put in that situation, a lot of people would be quite stressed up, and that is where all the problems would crop up. Family problems. I mean, at worst, people would go into depression and all these kind of things. So even for me, I mean, I don't need this right now, because I have a main source of income, which is I would say okay. But of course, while I can still do it, why not actually do this? Is it? I mean, at the end of the day, it is additional income which will help into your savings, or into the things which you want to do in the future. Maybe put save for your children education, or you want to buy a new house, a new car, and all these kind of things. And as a security, I mean, that is where you do it now. When you don't need it in the future, it comes as a security. And lastly, basically, this trading, once you learn it up, it is actually a skill which will stick to you, and you can actually use this whenever you want. I mean, you can learn this now, and you don't deploy it, but when you want it, you can actually bring it out again, refresh, and then you can actually deploy it in the future. So that basically is how I feel about this. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and maybe I could add a bit. This option trading actually is, to me, is a lifelong skills, because what you learn, and if you constantly practice, let's say every week you do, this option, it's going to be a lifelong skills that you can keep for yourself for the rest of your life. And if you do it correctly, you can actually generate a monthly income as well. Correct. So
Yeah.
and with these skills, of course, there are other lifelong skills that you can learn, but these skills, for options, since we're talking about options, right, it is something that you can learn, and you can keep it for life until you decide when you want to stop. And like I said, it will be you and you yourself who will decide when you want to stop. But I can
Lily,
tell
if
you
you
once.
Lily, sorry to interrupt. If you ask me, basically, if for a new trader to actually come and learn and start to actually generate some income, how long do you think they will need?
I mean, it really depends on what they learned. I mean, if they learned, I think from two
Ah,
of us, I believe not just the two of us and others, I believe, as long as they practice what they learn and follow what they learn, I should say that they are able to, I mean, make income straight away. I mean, for myself, yeah, I straight away make money. The first time.
immediately, you see, I mean, when I first started to do this, basically what the coach did was, hey, look, this is the 1 week before you start to come for the course and the training, you go and set up your account. Okay, you need to have a live account, and if you set up that account, basically we will actually do a live trade, and immediately you can actually make that time I think it was $100 or something. Yeah, so that was where you did it immediately. You don't know anything. He just teach you the basic. I think that time was actually just basic sell put, and we just did it immediately. You see, so of course once you did it there, you understood the transaction which you did, and basically you see a flow through from the time you enter into the transaction, and then you go through the course, the trainings, and then that's where you see that oh, this is how it works. I mean, it is actually not something that difficult, and that's where you get the confidence to actually put more effort into doing this. I think that is something which gave me more confidence to actually just do it and go ahead into taking this options
Yeah.
training. Yeah.
Correct. I like I said, like I think we mentioned earlier. Once you've learned the the skills, put into practice immediately and follow what you have been taught. Because sometimes, people tend to be adventurous and then sometimes become greedy and then you do things that you're not taught and then you get burned. Then you just say, hey, this is not, not true. But actually it's not because we have not followed the what is been taught properly. So important is to follow. Yeah. So okay, next question I have for Ming Hong is what stops most new traders from pulling the trigger with option trading, or at least causes them to procrastinate? What do you think?
I mean, for me, a lot of people come and tell me that, hey, Ming Hon, is it a good time to actually enter the market? The market is so high already. Would it be a better time if I wait maybe a bit later when the market is a bit down? Then I actually start to do this. And my advice to them is basically there is never a good time, a right time to actually enter the market, and any time is actually suitable for you to enter the market, especially if you are talking about options. And if you look at the market, when is a time that on the long term, when is the time that the market will go down? I mean, when the market go down, basically it is just a short period of time, maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and from there on, basically the market goes up again. So you can never catch a good time to enter into the market. So that is what I would say. Don't procrastinate. Just enter into the market. Just do something. Have some activity. Learn how to actually do this, and just start. I mean, that is just what I have for new and aspiring traders who is still sitting on the benches looking at the market while traders like us are actually benefiting so much from the market over the past, I think, past 1.5 years especially. It is extremely good for trading. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think most importantly is that a lot of people that procrastinate is sometimes it could be because they fear they feel that option is too risky, or sometimes they are indeed really tied up with the work. They are so busy that they got final time. But the thing is that if you do not find time to look after yourself now, you will not be able to find time down the road because you're so sucked into work that you don't have time to even have a me time. Don't talk about family time, me time. How many of you actually if you're working, I think a lot of you would have resonated even with myself. Yeah, a lot of time we are supposedly be working from 9 to 5, but how often you either stay back at office to clear your work, or you bring back home, or even weekdays on the weekends to work. So this is quite a normal scenario, especially when technology is like tying us to our job, because anybody can reach you 24/7 actually. Yeah, so it's very, very dangerous. And come to risk of option trading, right? I mean, like what this Martin Luther King Jr. says, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step, because until you take the first step, you do not know where you can go. Yeah. If you don't take the first step, you will never climb up the stairs. So you have to really dare to take the first step, and then you manage your risk as you go along. That's why when we mentioned about training and investing in education, once you've educated, you take the first step and you slowly move. And then just be very, very careful to practice what you learn. Yeah. So I think you'll be okay. Importantly is, do not fear of missing out. Sometimes once you start to trade, people start to fear that, oh, this stock is good. I hear that this is good, then I just follow. No, you should not. You must
FOMO,
learn
FOMO.
fundamentals. Yeah, FOMO, what we call FOMO. Yeah, you must learn the fundamentals, the technical analysis, when to get in, when to get out. What is the good price to go in. Yeah, so all these things you will be able to slowly do it. But importantly is take the first step. Otherwise, you'll be where you are 20 years down the road. You'll still be the same place. Yeah.
Yes, very true, Lily. I mean, for me, risk is something, when you don't know what you are headed or what you are doing. I mean, if you basically know what you are doing, basically the risk is something which you basically just have to manage, and yeah, just manage it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last tip which we have today is a secret. Can you share a secret with our fellow audience here? And what's the secret that you want to share about options trading that will actually put the new or aspiring traders in leaps and bounds ahead of others? I mean, what's that secret, Lily?
Okay, the secret is other than my SOBA system.
Your
I
training,
can
is
share,
it?
but
Your
of course
training.
there are other system.
The
Yeah,
secret
okay.
is in my training.
But actually, let me tell you, importantly is do not FOMO. Yeah. And this, when you talk about option trading, it is about generating your own wealth. You are managing your own money. Nobody's managing it for you. You are managing your own trade. Yep. So everything is about you yourself. You are not into any competition. You don't have to compete with anybody. You only compete with yourself. So you have to be the zai one, a very steady one, to make sure that you got after your money safely. That's why we talk about trading safely, putting what you learn to practice, this and that. Yeah, so that would be the secret. Yeah. Of course, back to education, yeah, which I keep repeating. I know, because I cannot not say that, because it is really the fundamental as well. Once you've learned that, you know the fundamentals, all this, you know how to apply the strategy and this and that, then you will be okay. And do not FOMO, as I mentioned earlier. Then, of course, in trading, we're talking about trading with the trends and that, a lot of things. Yep. So, yes, make sure that you manage your wealth properly, because it's about generating your own finances, own wealth as you go along, and not compete with anybody else. No, no such thing. Yeah.
Yes, Lily. I mean, from what you say, I take that the main important gist is actually the word you
Yeah.
means you, the person who is
The
behind
trader. Yeah.
behind the computer watching this, and and
Yes.
and and why you and to me, basically, it is the purpose. I mean, this is something which you need to do with a purpose, and in order for you to succeed, you have to have a purpose. Why are you doing this? It can be a very simple reason, and for me, the purpose which for me when I started is, hey, I just wanted to generate a few hundred and few or a few $1,000 to help out in some expenses. So of course that gave me a purpose to start to actually learn and to actually get serious about doing this. And once you have that purpose, you will move ahead in and succeeding in this. If you don't have a purpose, that is where basically you will fail, and you will fail miserably in this thing, because a lot of people just say, I just no, I just follow people. I just want to. They say this is good. I just do it for one time, for two time. But behind, they don't really have a real purpose, and they won't succeed in this. They will just go in for a while, and then they will go out, and then they would miss all this. In fact, one story which I would like to share is that at one time of I wanted to buy a new phone, and this is basically an iPhone. Last year, iPhone 12 actually launched, and I said to myself, hey, iPhone 12 is new. It's a brand new phone. I haven't used iPhone before, and I set a target to say that it's so expensive. This iPhone, I think it's about $1,300 or $1,400. Okay, so I said this phone is so expensive, and I'm not going to buy a phone. I am going to actually get Apple to give me this phone for free. Yeah. So I set this target, really. I mean, I can share with you my YouTube videos, which I actually did somewhere in November, where I started to use options to trade for a free iPhone 12. Yeah. So I did it for I think for about a month plus. About a month plus. Then basically I generated enough income, enough profits from trading of just Apple shares. That means because I want to buy an iPhone, I just trade options on Apple, and I got I got this phone technically from the profit, but it's from Apple. I mean, then after that, I became so good in trading Apple, in trading options for Apple. And until today, basically, I did not get one free phone, but I've counted probably about 4 free iPhone. And you're talking about the high range iPhone 12 one. You're not talking about the low range one. So I set my purpose and I achieved it, and that is where the overachievement will come, because you have a purpose and you achieve it and you got the confidence, and that is where you will succeed, and you will succeed extremely well because you have defined a purpose. That was my experience, and I would like to share this because it really works. I mean, there's no science in it. It really works.
I mean, that's the power of option. I totally agree with you. I was sharing with a group of friends yesterday. Just example, one of the trades. What I did was about if I put position just one day, I made $200, and the ROI was 67.65% or 75%. One day, I bought one day, the next day I closed. So that's the power of option, and I totally believe you what you said, because I too have been profiting from it. I gross like 1.3 USD a month. But that's because I trade smaller. So it's totally powerful.
Let me get this out, Lily. I wanted to share this over. Let me just check this. Okay, that's where the YouTube I have posted how to actually get a free iPhone 12 from trading
Ah,
options.
okay. I don't see it yet, but
No, you don't see it.
no, I don't
I don't know.
see it.
Okay, maybe later
Maybe we
we
can just
can
post in the chat later on.
yeah,
Yeah,
post on
so
the
that
chat.
we can. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Right. So
So we have the top five reasons,
questions. Yeah.
and
Mm,
maybe we can actually recap it to the audience.
mm,
Uh, Number one is invest time and money to learn. Yeah,
yeah.
and then number two is don't rush. You need to actually practice. And then number three is this gives you an income and then a security and then basically a life skill. And then number four, don't have a fear of losing. Just enter the markets right now, immediately, right after this training. Not training, after this live video. connect Connect with us, and basically we will actually show you how you can actually do it, and then find your purpose. So that is
Mm,
the recap which
correct.
we have for what we have shared
Yeah.
so far for the 30 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. We are also going to share the free download link on the chat, is it?
Yes, I would just post it here. We have a free gift for all who have actually attended this. And let me show where is it. It is actually here. Okay, this is the link to the gift. And what Lily, what do you have for our audience who have actually stayed until now?
Okay,
What
basically,
is
yeah, I
in
have
store
two
for them?
books, so-called two free books now. One is the top 10 screening stock, and the other one is from Sean Xia, Go Fishing with Buffett. Yeah, so you can download there.
Go fishing with Buffett means
Yeah, Gone
means
Fishing
you
with Buffett. Yeah,
get to
Sean
learn
Xia.
from Warren Buffett.
It's okay.
in fact,
Importantly is to learn well and,
in
start trading.
fact,
Yeah,
the biggest and the largest option trader is Warren Buffett. If you
correct,
don't know about it, right?
correct. Yes.
Warren Buffett have actually made billions and billions and billions of dollars just from trading options.
Correct,
And we are basically a student of him.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
we really hope you have enjoyed yourself with this live stream.
yep. And on my side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you guys for those who are actually uh, have not gone into trading the U.S. market in particular. I'm putting in a link, a free guide for you guys where you can actually uh, get to download it, and basically you can use it, the information to trade the U.S. market for practically free. And also in options. So this is a guide where you can see where you can actually set up your accounts to trade for free. Yeah. So head over and download it immediately, because we will put it down um, in the next 1 or 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
And then to connect with us, the information how you can actually connect with Lily and myself is also in the download link. We have
Mm,
actually posted it there. You don't need to uh, look at it. It's so long. You can snapshot this on your phone also. But it's in the link. You download the document. You can actually have the free gifts plus the link to connect with us. Yeah.
yeah.
So, any questions which the audience might have, you can actually, before we end this, if there are any questions, you can actually type into the chat if there are any questions. Is there any questions?
We really hope that you have enjoyed this talk. Yeah, and we hope to
If
have more of such.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this, give us some likes and
And
love.
love. Yeah.
because we also want to share this to more people, and Facebook, once they see the like and love, they will share it to a lot
Yeah.
of people. And this is where other people can actually benefit from the learning which we have shared for the past 30 over minutes. Yeah. Great. I don't see any questions.
Okay.
Anyway, if you have any questions after this, you can connect with us through
Yeah.
Facebook or our email. I would
Yeah.
suggest the best way is to connect with us through Facebook. Follow our page because we have lots of information going into our Facebook page almost every other day, where we will share with you things about options, things about life, and many things which will basically benefit you on a personal basis, and also more importantly on the income side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So okay, thank you. Hope to see
thank
you
you,
again.
everybody.
And when we have a next show, we will let you know when we will have a next show. Yeah,
Yeah.
it has been great talking, posting this organizing this talk with you, Lily. Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you, Ming Hong.
thank
I really
you.
enjoyed this talk. Yeah, really enjoy, and I really hope that we have brought value to the viewers. And I really hope that we can actually catch up again.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye bye.